Sometimes I feel like some doctors don't see having a disability as a positive thing. But is it really a negative opportunity, or can it lead to something positive? It is Lisa and Chris again, and today we are going to be talking about finding out that your child will have a disability. For my parents, it came as a total shock when the doctor told them that I had cerebral palsy. When they were going home from the doctor, my mom was crying, and my dad did not understand why she was crying. She asked him if he knew what cerebral palsy even was. He said no. 46 years ago, they didn't really know what cerebral palsy was. So doctors didn't know what to tell the parents what to expect. These days the doctors know a lot more about cerebral palsy, but they still tell the parents the worst outcome to expect. This is what I don't get. The parents just heard some bad news and the doctors just give more bad news. I think that doctors should talk about some positive news too, so that they have some hope to look forward. The doctors seem to act like having cerebral palsy is the end of the world. Is it really the end? Lisa and I don't think so. Is it hard to live with cerebral palsy? Yes, it is hard, but cerebral palsy is a part of who I am. I love my life and would not change a thing. I watched several videos on children with cerebral palsy, and sometimes I wonder what the parents are thinking. Most of these videos are from Great Britain. These parents are thankful for their children, but they expect things to happen quicker. So they go out and try new things like stem cells replacement. What is stem cells replacement anyway? Stem cells are cells that change into cells that are specialized. When a person has cerebral palsy, a part of the brain is damaged. When the person gets this procedure done, the hope is that the person would be able to do things better. The videos that I watched were about children who were able to walk with a walker, and the parents want their children to walk without a walker. The procedure costs thousands of dollars. Their children are pretty young. I have mixed emotions about this. Part of me thinks that this is awesome, and I would like to try it, but at the same time these children are improving without having the procedure done. The family has to travel a long way to have the procedure. One girl was about 5 years old and could talk, use her hands, and walk around with a walker. The parents were raising money to get the procedure. I don't really understand why they wanted her to have the procedure. If they just take her to therapy, I have no doubts that she would walk by herself in time. I think that the time was a factor in their decision to get the procedure for her. Having a disability is a gift from God, and try to make a person's life better is a good thing. If you try to do away with something like a walker to remove the image of being disabled, then to me, you are trying to do away with doing the will of God. That is just my opinion, and I am not saying that I am right. Every time we do a talk or when I worked, people come up to me and tell me that I inspired them. If we could eliminate every disability, how could we look at each other and say I am inspired by that person? What do you think, Lisa?
Well, Chris, I agree with some of your findings. Some doctors nowadays are trying to change their perspective, but they always want to give you the worst scenario in case that's gonna happen. But overall, I feel if you go to Marion Joy, they always try to feel what's best for the person, and they always try to tell you, okay, this is what we suggest. but this is your choice. And in my experience, I've done several things to try to make my cerebral palsy not very preventable. I have done some Botox to lessen the tone in my body. This is where I put certain inject certain stuff into my muscles to make to have lesser muscle tone, and overall it makes my body able to move easier. And some people ask me why I do this. So it's easier to function in my life, and I take medicine to help that too. But there are side effects to everything you do. But I want to make my life as cerebral palsy as a positive instead of a negative. So I just want to make my life easier with my cerebral palsy. So that's why I choose the things I choose to do. And I also go to physical therapy as much as I can. But it's really a person's choice what they choose to do for their child or for themselves. So doctors really want to give you the whole picture. That's why they feel like they have to be so objective and give you the most negative point of view as possible, because they want to be careful what they say. They don't want to give you false hope either. So that's why I think that's why they do what they do, because they never want to give you false hope. So they aim for the worst, but in their mind, I think they always want the person to be better. But they have to cover their butts. So they have to say what they have to say. I think it's in their DNA or something. Haha, it's a joke. So, overall, I feel a doctor always wants the best for their patient. But sometimes it could be negative, even though they don't mean it to be.
We are Disability Awareness, and we try to give useful information to people with disabilities and educate society in general about disability as a whole. If you like this video and aren't a subscriber, please subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends. If you have a question for us, please leave it in the comments below this video. Here at Disability Awareness, we do 2 videos per week, one on Tuesday and one on Friday. So we will see you on Tuesday. It's Lisa and Chris signing off.